If you're looking for luxury granite or quartz worktops, visit worktopwarehouse.co.uk. Quote BLUL for a 10% discount. There's a life warranty, no deposits, nationwide installations and 50% off high street prices guaranteed. So I'm starting the vlog today here inside the stadium on what might be a nervous day for the supporters, because every time City play a game and get that little bit nearer to a trophy, and obviously after tonight there'll only be 6 league games left, maybe the nerves start to come in a little bit more. Pep Guardiola and the players seem to be handling it very well, but what's it like being a supporter at the moment? I'm going to talk to some ex-players, I'm going to speak to journalists, I'm going to speak to fans inside the ground today and see how they're feeling. I mean, I've been watching City for such a long time that at the moment I don't feel those nerves, but I think I'm a bit of an odd one out on that score, so let's see how the nerves are affecting people today. So now it's getting to this stage of the season, do you think the players will get nervous?
I don't see why.
Did you get nervous in the season when City won the league?
I used to be nervous every game.
Really?
Yeah, well, it all depends which game it was, to what the build-up was to who you were playing, to how nervous you got. Whether it was away or home or wherever. I used to feel better. The more nervous I was, the better I played.
If they achieve this is some doing, isn't it?
Well, it's been a great season, full stop. I mean, say the number of times, they haven't lost that many times this year in the full season up to now, which is brilliant. So for me, whoever we play at the moment, I feel comfortable that we're going to win. It doesn't matter if it's in Europe, away from home, at home, the way we're playing, the way we're performing, the way the full 11 are playing as a side, it couldn't be better for me.
I think from City's point of view, we've seen they're quite mentally strong. Even the players that don't play every week, they come in, they do a good job. And I think that obviously there is going to be nerves at the end of the season, but they've got to treat each game like it's a final. You get a bit nervous. Nerves are good. Nervous energy is good, but I don't think that they're going to get nervous in a way that they're going to throw it away or they're going to bottle it in that sort of way. I think if they don't win it, it won't be down to nerves playing a big part. I think they need to focus on what they're doing also, not what other people are doing, because that's when nerves can start to creep in if you start judging your performances from other teams as well. But I think they're mentally strong enough to have what it takes to win all 4 trophies.
If they do slip up, you wouldn't think it would be nerves. The other, popular theory regarding Liverpool, obviously, is the fact that, their fans want it so much. The players may even want it so much as well that maybe the nerves will get to them. I mean, they keep getting the results though, despite some patchy performances recently. I don't know though. There seems to be a willingness to push a narrative that a team is going to bottle it, and maybe that will still happen. But so far, both teams, they've kept up an incredible push for the title. So I'm not sure. I think it can definitely be a factor in some title races, and it may well be this time, but I just think there's 2 strong teams who are really committed to winning the league, and they know it seems like they know what it takes. So I think other factors.
To be affected
I think so. I think City certainly are. I mean, look, this might backfire and it might be completely wrong, but the way City approach every game in every competition, it just looks to me that I don't think nerves will be that big a factor. It could be something else, but I don't think it'll be nerves.
I'm not one of these typical City. This is a new era. You know it is. 4-0 tonight.
So no nerves at all?
No nerves at all. No. Only nervous when they're going to sack Ollie. The wheels on the bus have come off, haven't they? So, no nerves at all. Liverpool? Nah. No sweat. No threat, no sweat.
I wouldn't expect these players to be affected by nerves simply because they won this thing last year and some of them have won it multiple times. I think if there are going to be nerves, then they're more likely to be felt at Liverpool because they had a near miss 3 or 4 years ago. The supporters certainly remember that. The manager's being reminded of it constantly. Some of the players were there as well. So I think if nerves are going to come into it, it will probably will be in the Liverpool's dressing room rather than the City's dressing room. City are winners. The coach is a winner. He's won here and he's won in 2 other countries as well. They're used to it. I think good players thrive on situations like this, and I expect these City players to thrive on it as well. I still think it'll be very close. I'm not sure that nerves will be the decisive factor. I think the best team will win it. I think the best squad will win it. I happen to think that City have the best squad. I think City will win it, and it'll be for that reason.
always nervous, yeah. I've always been nervous at the games, and I don't think I'll ever change. I was nervous when I first saw, I think 67 was my first game, and I started the jitters then, and it's never changed, you know. So yeah, I'm nervous, but I think we'll do it.
The argument is that if you lose the nerves, you don't care anymore.
Well, there is that, and there's loads of people I know that don't get nervous, and like you're right, I don't think they care as much as we do, because when I brought him when he was a little baby, when he first came to the game, he's always been the same as me. You've been in the car on the way home, you've had the conversations, you know, are we going to do it? We've been in the dark times as well when we've been down there, and we never gave up. We always felt that the big days had come again for us, and you know, I think we deserve what we've got today. We've got a great setup, great club, and some great supporters. So you know, the nerves are there, but if you ask me, I think we'll still do it. I think we'll still nick it.
Are you nervous?
I work in Liverpool, so my job would be untenable if they won it. I'm not nervous, but I don't know. It's just City, isn't it? I think we'll do it. I'm praying we will do it.
Okay, yes, Cheesy, I'm okay.
You're not nervous at all?
I'm not nervous. Not
Despite
tonight.
the fact that games are now getting City near
No,
a title.
not at all, not at all, no, not at all.
Do you think the team will be nervous tonight?
No.
So there's no nerves anywhere?
No.
Is your hand not trembling? Is that like your hand?
No,
it's trembling. Look, it's trembling.
That'll be the weather outside.
What about you? Are you nervous?
I'm nervous, yeah.
You are nervous?
Yeah.
Somebody's admitted that they're nervous.
Yeah,
It's getting more and more tense, isn't it?
it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that what it feels to be City?
Oh yeah, it's getting more tense now.
You think City will do it?
Yeah,
You do, despite the nerves?
yeah.
Never nervous. I think Liverpool will be nervous. We've nothing to worry about, have we? We've got the squad to play every 3 days.
This is different than you used to be, I bet.
Massively, yeah, but we're a different team now. I'm confident. I worry more about these type of games. Don't worry about the big games, but these type of games were first 10-15 minutes. I think your first 10-15 minutes we get going, sets the tone for the whole game. I think we're fine. I think we start off slow, crowd gets a bit nervous, then it's a bit tricky, but these are the tricky games. Tottenham's and Nice look after themselves, so yeah, so different from 34 years ago.
For sure, are you nervous?
Yeah.
A little bit nervous, but it's a must-win game tonight. If we slip up with a draw, I think that's it, all over.
I don't think Cardiff have got much to play for. I mean, we've got that many tournaments coming up. I just think they don't have the same pressure on us that Liverpool do. I mean, for them, it's Premier League or nothing really. So, I'm quite relaxed about tonight, to be honest.
So you're quite chilled then?
I think so. I don't think Cardiff are really going to go for it, so I'm quite relaxed about it.
Are you nervous tonight?
Definitely. Not because of the quadruple, just because of who we're playing. Cardiff, we always get more nervous with Cardiff, Palace, Newcastle in comparison to the top six. You followed yourself for a long time over the years, and through our work and business and the company that I run, I'm fortunate enough to have the opportunity in terms of what we do. We get businesses onto Google, so when people do Google searches, let's say for example you're an accountant and you was an accountant in Manchester, somebody would search accountant Manchester, we would make sure your website and advert was there at the top of Google. Give us a call, we're a friendly bunch, we like to think anyway. Massive City fan, lifelong fan, so yeah, definitely if you've got a business and want to have a bit more of a chat, informal chat, then just give us a call.
I don't feel nervous because we've been there and done it. There's no pressure on us, we've already won one competition, we can just get out there, get the job done. I'm excited rather than nervous because I think we've got a great chance of winning 3, if not all 4 trophies this year, so fingers crossed.
As a player, what's the worst bout of nerves you've ever had?
I think playing your first ever game, my debut in 81 against West Brom, we won the game 2-1, so it was great afterwards, but you're nervous, more apprehensive than nervous, but we're in a great place today and there's no nerves, it's more excitement today.
You're obviously just a chilled out person.
Very chilled, but great place to be at the moment, Manchester City, who wouldn't be chilled out?
Well, as people have come in and I've spoken to more and more people, I realise that, there are a few nerves around, Not as many as you might imagine, but whether that's transmitted when the teams come out, the game starts to unfold, remains to be seen. Oh, it's nearly game time.
I thought it was very, very professional performance. I was wondering what type of performance they'd have. Would it be a flat Etihad? Kevin De Bruyne starting in superb fashion. Chance early on that he created. He got his goal on 6 minutes, so great return. They could have had more goals, but it's hard when the teams sit in like they do. That'll be a perfect scoreline now, right on half-time, with a great goal by Leroy Sané. Controlled possession in the second half, conserve a bit of energy. Cardiff come out, hit him on the counter-attack.
With a mate of ours who hasn't seen us win at home for years, so we were actually really nervous at the beginning. But after the early goal settled us down a bit, then it became more fun than sort of less football, more fun and jumping about and giggling. All in all, a good game. We did play some football, and it was good to see some of the young'uns getting a run out as well. The average age of the team, they put it up at the beginning, was only 26, and that included having Fernandinho in the team, who's one of the older ones. So it is good to see the team rotated, people having a rest, and we still got 2 goals in a midweek game, and we've got so many games coming up, one after the other. We need to win and keep winning, and who knows where we'll get at the end of the season. Should be cracking.
Yeah, it was a training game in the second half. We always kind of knew that maybe on a Saturday afternoon Cardiff might have come out a bit more and tried to have a bit more of a go, but you know, they are fighting for everything, and they were trying to avoid a cricket score basically, and sat quite deep for the majority of the second half. And it turned into a bit of a training game for us, and that's I think why a few people got on the ground early, because it is a cold Wednesday evening. But yeah, overall Ian, we got the job done. 3 points to 3 points, whether you win 6-0 or 2-0, and I'm buzzing with the result.
Great win, looking forward to Wembley the weekend.
Good result at the end, and I think we played within ourselves, saved a bit of energy, a lot of games to come, so look forward to it.
It's all about pacing.
Yeah, I think it's easy to criticise because you can't keep piling forward, but you pick an injury up, one of your key players, you put yourself in trouble. So I agree with you. Yeah, pace it, keep players fit, and a lot of games to go. But
Next up Wembley.
Next up Wembley. See you there.
Yeah, I think we could have scored at least half a dozen, missed a couple of good chances, and that Jesus could have scored as well. So yeah, pretty good. Top of the league again. Another 3 points. Thank you very much.
Anybody stand out for you?
Yeah, well, I thought Phil Foden was absolutely brilliant. You know, really good. He's going to be a fantastic player. So yeah, Phil Foden, Kevin De Bruyne, brilliant. Back on top.
Well, it was always slightly worrying when it stayed at 2-0. I always like to see a third one go in. Perhaps I'm pessimistic. And then we could relax a bit. But I mean, they did the job at the end of the day. I don't think they went into overdrive second half. So.
A lot of games to come, so they've got to pace.
Well, exactly, and they didn't take any subs coming on unnecessarily. So we've got to be happy with it at 2-0. We'd like more goal difference, of course, but hopefully it won't matter in the end. You never know.
I can't help thinking that there were a lot of similarities with the Fulham game, really. 2-0 up at half-time and managing it out in the second half. Tonight, I think there were 7, if I counted right, changes to the starting 11 from Fulham, and no doubt there'll be a lot of changes at the weekend as well when it comes to the semi-final of the FA Cup down at Wembley. But City did everything that they needed to do. Hardly had a shot against Ederson, but when he did have a couple of shots to save, he did very well. And going forward, I think City counted something like 15 corners, had all the possession in the opposition half and totally dominated the game. Did exactly what they needed to do without really having to exert themselves too much. So next stop, it's Wembley Stadium. I'll of course be down there doing my vlog as usual. So if you see me, come and say hello, and thanks very much for watching.
Remember, visit the website, quote BLUL, and you get a 10% discount, and there's a lifetime warranty.